Our next guest uses his creative talent to ensure that his clients look their very best on camera. You can admire his work weekly as the costume designer for the TV drama The Good Wife, starring Juliana Margulies, which is seen Sunday nights here on CBS 6. Dan Lawson joins us live by satellite this morning from New York City. Good morning, Dan.
Good morning, Cheryl. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you so much. Great to have you here on the show. Let's talk clothes, because I walk to the closet every morning and go, what am I going to wear today? What looks good enough? And then you start pulling out things that need fixing, cleaning, whatever. How do we keep it all on track?
Well, first of all, you need to put pieces in your closet that you feel good about, that empower you. And that involves shopping, and that also involves sort of cleaning your closet out and getting rid of those pieces that don't work for you anymore. And remember, your personality changes from year to year, or your tastes change. So you need to overhaul your closet from time to time. And that doesn't mean just go out and buy a whole new closet. It just means rework it and thin those pieces out that you don't use necessarily anymore. Certainly at the show on The Good Wife, I go through the closets every year and pull out pieces that we don't necessarily want to see again, or I think the character doesn't wear that type of clothing anymore. I certainly thin that all out as well.
So what lessons can we take by watching a show like your handiwork on The Good Wife, as far as creating a personal fashion statement for ourselves?
All of our wardrobe reflects who we are. So I feel like your closet at home needs to empower you and make you look the way that you feel. Certainly in television or film, or even on stage, costumes support the story, and they support the actors and support how they want to come across and put across a certain personality. The same thing is true in real life. On the show, I have combined sort of elegant and chic with business wear, so that we sort of have a stylish business world, if you will. Madison Avenue meets Wall Street is what I've done. And I think that it's important when you're putting together a closet, Cheryl, that you first start with budget. You want to think about alterations. You want to save some of that money for alterations, just like I do on the show. You also want to save money for your staples, your workhorse pieces that are going to carry you from week to week, month to month. Whether it's a good skirt, a good blouse, a good dress, those pieces that you're going to use again and pair with the third area, which I believe would be your more trendy pieces, sort of what's in style exactly at this moment, so that you're always sort of mixing and matching your wardrobe.
You mentioned alterations, and I've always heard that altering clothes to make them fit your figure is probably one of the most important fashion statements we can make. Is that true?
It is beyond true. It is absolutely true. You can take a $4,000 jacket, and if you don't alter it so that it fits you, it's going to look like it doesn't fit. It's going to look like it's not yours. You're going to look a little sloppy, or you're going to look a little tight, as opposed to taking, you could take a $100 jacket, and if you take that jacket and get it altered so that it fits you properly, you've suddenly made it look like, it's $1 million. It is absolutely true, and I alter everything on the show within an inch of its life, so very important.
And what about keeping things as we wear, because we all have our favorite outfits? How about keeping them as crisp and fresh looking as we can?
Yeah, Cheryl, it's so important. We all spend time pulling together these wardrobes. One of the products that we use at The Good Wife is Dryel, which is a dry cleaning alternative. It doesn't stretch, shrink, or fade the wardrobe, and it's kind of terrific for being able to freshen up a piece from day to day. You also need to make sure not to bunch your clothes all together in the closet, and you want to also hang them properly. Use the right kind of hanger for these things. If you treat them well, they're going to last a long time.
And do you have any idea where people can find out more about that? Because I know I'm always looking for the great tip.
Yes, actually, Dryel.com is a terrific website to go to get hints and tips on extending the livelihood of your clothing.
And I love the blue dress that's behind you, so you can just send that on.
Oh, good. That's actually from my clothing line, 35DL, and you can look that up at 35dl.net. That's actually one of my dresses. I'm glad you like it.
I do. I love it. Dan Lawson, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and I will keep an eye out for your clothes on The Good Wife. And you can check out Dan's handiwork on The Good Wife every Sunday night at 9 right here on CBS 6.